guys, it's Rennette from Cali Village TV. Tonight we're at Gravity Nightclub for the live screening of the local short film, The Cutlass. So let's check out everything that's going on behind here. Let's have a good time. Alright, hi, so can you tell me your name?
Hi, my name is Anne-Marie.
Hi, Anne-Marie. Okay, so we're with Cali Village TV tonight. We're just going around talking to the audience to see how you guys, what you guys expect from the film. So tell me a little bit what your expectations are for tonight.
Well, I just got a short synopsis from my husband. So I am not sure exactly what I expect. Two of the young ladies involved came to his place of employment to do some copies, I think, invitations, and so he told me that it sounded like they're looking to do a full-length play, and it sounds interesting. So I'm just here to hear what it is about or see what it is about. Yes.
So it is a local film.
Yes, I know.
All right. So what are your opinions, your views on local film in this industry?
Well, I think that we need to put a lot more into it. Over the last couple of years, last year, I find we had a good session, the film festival. This year I wasn't able to do any of it, but I think it's a good start. But we need to put a lot more into it because we have a lot of talent. Yes, we have a lot of talent.
Hi guys, so I'm Rennette. Can you just tell me your names really fast?
Jonathan.
Nicholas.
Jennifer.
All right, hi guys. So tell me a little bit about what you'll expect from tonight.
Well, I've already seen the film. I just watched it. I probably should say I work for the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival, and the Cutlass won an award at the festival, which just concluded, for best new film in production, and we were very happy that it won that award because. Tennille and Darisha are working really hard to make this a reality, and they put together a great team, and it's a really great project. It deserves to get out there, and I was very happy to see the quality of what they've done so far, and I really expect great things out of it.
So I have a question. What do you guys expect from the local film industry? We have a lot of international film companies that come in and do shoots here, but it's not local films. Tell me a little bit about what y'all came to expect from local film.
Well, I have some friends who are directors who made some movies in the TNT Film Festival, and honestly, I've been so impressed. I don't expect anything less especially from our local crop, just because it's Caribbean doesn't mean it has to be low-end movies, So my support is behind it 100%.
So Jennifer, being the only lady in the clan, tell me a little bit about your experience within the industry itself. I don't know if you've known a lot of people involved in it, but what do you think are the main challenges we face in the industry?
I would say probably breaking stereotypes, the fact that Trinidad is still an emerging place for filming. But I think Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival, from everything I've heard about them, has been fabulous at accommodating and promoting, supporting local films. I think the advantage is that there's so much culture, there's so much exoticness and appeal that we have here. So it's just about monetizing that and helping support them.
So I see that all of y'all have been to this year's film festival. So tell me a little bit about what you liked and really enjoyed about this year's film festival.
Well, I work for the festival, so of course, I think it's great, and everybody should always go and see the films.
Okay, what did you enjoy?
The film about Guadeloupe. It was called Ezra, and it was about a lady who was raised in Paris, going back to Guadeloupe to find her parents, well, her dad specifically. And it was just beautiful the way they portrayed the Caribbean, the music and the aliveness, the colours, the personalities, just beautiful.
And what did you?
Well, I enjoyed pretty much everything I saw, I remember Cool Boys. That was so good, so funny. And honestly, I think we should be showing more local movies down here than foreign movies, It drew a bigger crowd, and you could see people are very interested in what people from their country has to offer, in terms of film.
All my life I strive to be someone like him. Independent, active, free. To know exactly what I wanted out of life.
All right, hi, good night. My name is Rennette. We're with Cali Village TV. Can you just tell us a little bit about your involvement in the film?
I'm not involved in the film at all. I am merely a spectator.
I came as a friend of the cast and crew, some of them, to support them and check out what's happening.
Okay, so without your biased opinion for loving the film completely, what are your opinions about it thus far?
Well, thus far it looks really good. It has great production values and good actors. I think it has a long way to go.
So from looking at it, could you tell that it's local film?
I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean?
There's a misconception that if you produce something locally, it's going to look a certain way compared to international film.
About that. So to me, it just looks like a good film, and I think good films can be produced right here in Trinidad.
Agreed, totally agree.
Yeah.
So what are your final words on the film?
I hope they get the money to produce the rest of it, so good luck to them on this, and I hope that people see that, yes, here in Trinidad, we can produce films of world-class quality.
Hi, good night. I'm Rennette from Cali Village TV.
I'm Tarisha.
Nice to meet you. First of all, congrats on an excellent job. What does the budget for something like this come up to?
Well, in order to produce the feature film, we're looking at around 800,000 US to produce the full length. However, there are different angles, that's either, can be raised through sponsorship, through private investor, through producer equity. And so the full budget, that includes pre-production, production, post-production, and marketing. So it's actually a very conservative budget for a film of this quality.
So what is your motivation for doing this every day? I know with any local industry, it can be kind of difficult to find the sponsorship for it. What motivates you to get up every day and continue your dream?
Because of the story. It's about our history. It's about a time in Trinidad and Tobago where kidnappings were happening, and it's actually such an interesting story because, both characters have a story to tell, and we want to be able to tell each of their stories, the victim as well as the villain in this case.
All right, so tell me a little bit about how difficult it was to come up with these characters.
Well, the script was written based on a true story, so that's the foundation right there. The story happened, and just reading the newspaper and talking to the people involved, it's you hear their stories and you hear what they went through, and then of course it's television, it's film, and you have to dramatize a bit, just to make it more exciting for the audience, and you throw in a couple different things happening to the characters, but it takes a life of its own, honestly. Like, when I work as a director, when I work with the actors, we rehearse, and the actors then have a chemistry together, and it works out, and then it's brilliant on screen.
So if you could pick one favorite part about doing this entire project, what would be your one favorite part?
Working with the actors. It's so much fun. You role play all the time. It's so much fun.
You don't know what trust is.
You say so, you? Huh? My name is Shea Best.
Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the film before, you've seen the trailer. Just tell me what you expect out of tonight.
I've seen the trailer, and I think I'm looking forward to it. It's something different, it's something new, and I think to Neil and some of us, I'm a filmmaker myself, we represent the new generation of filmmakers that are emerging from Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm looking forward to seeing this finished product and the scene that we're here to see tonight. So, yeah, basically that's it.
As a filmmaker, tell me a little bit about your personal challenges in the industry.
I think you just said it, because we don't really have an industry, and right now we're grouping together the older ones, the younger ones, and trying to really forge and establish an industry right now. So I think that's our biggest challenge.
Hi, good night. So congratulations on a job well done. All right, so tell me a little bit about your character in the film.
A psychopath. Basically, he's self-educated. He read for himself, and he has lost his way somehow, and he thinks that kidnapping this girl would make things different somehow, And I suppose in the reality aspect of it, financially, he was looking for money, and other than that, supposedly he was looking for some kind of company somewhere within there.
So it's a very intense character. Yes. How do you emotionally prepare yourself to pull off something like that?
To explain that might take about 2 hours.
2 seconds.
No, you really have to kind of understand who you're dealing with. and unless if you can't understand who you're dealing with, then you won't be able to portray him as best as the personality needs to be portrayed, you know. So you have to dig a lot, you have to search yourself a lot, and you have to find that part of yourself that a lot of people really want to go to, or sometimes it might be easier for someone else to go to, you know. So
what's your favorite part of your character? Of his personality?
Actor always told me, all actor always told me, you always have to find something I like about these characters, and I like the fact that he's resilient and he's also a loner. But to be truthful, I don't really like Butchawak.
So you can't see yourself being friends with him?
You know, you see, the thing about it is that if he's probably that kind of person you would be friends with and not know he's that kind of person, you know. So you have to take all that into consideration to be friends with him. Because I've heard of people like that, you know, because everybody in their lives have heard people like that, you know. All of a sudden, you know, they're good, and next thing you know, they went home and they cut their wife throat, or they went and shoot somebody, or they hang themselves or some kind of thing. And I suppose each and everybody has some kind of experience with somebody close to them who has a similar person or personality next to them that they wouldn't. You're always like, wait now, him? And I think he's kind of close to that.
Breaking news. A local girl has been kidnapped from a beach house in El Paso, Trinidad.
Good job on the film. It was excellently done. Tell me a little bit about your involvement in the overall project.
Thank you so much. Well, I am recently involved in the Cutlass. I came on board to be a co-producer. My specialty is distribution and marketing. I've been involved in production for 14 years. But when I heard about the Cutlass, I felt that it was a film that had so much depth that could translate to literally any market across the world. And that was my excitement behind it. So in knowing Darisha's work and Tennille's work and the rest of the crew, I came on board to help maximize strategy and distribution efforts throughout the world to make Trinidad and the Caribbean be at that level that they and will be in the film world.
So what was the most difficult part of what you had to do? What was the most difficult part of your job?
You know, I think that when you talk about distribution, it's always quantifying and it's always evaluating. It's always, you know, well, how do you know that you can do this with this much? But I believe that when you really feel a subject matter and you can translate it into something that you know, and then you know how to reach the right people across the world, then it becomes just a matter of logistics. When you have the proper logistics in place, which is, well, in order to get this film produced, I need to do X, Y, and Z, and then you get the right components, you just do it. And I think that this film has the right expertise to get that done, and I think that that's where we're at. We all saw this as, this is a great story. It's based on a true story. I believe that people across the world can relate to it. And when then you put it into the distribution and the televised and the filmic components, it's just a matter of making something beautiful that touches people. And when you have that, which I think that everybody does, it's just a matter of art.
So what would have to be your favorite part of this production? Just one part, you can't love the entire thing.
My favorite part of this production is actually being here in Trinidad. My favorite part is actually being here in Trinidad. I've had the privilege of working productions throughout the world, but people in Trini are so contagious, so awesome, so energetic. I'm talking to you. Yes. So it is a privilege to be in a market, and I say this now as somebody that understands demographics and projections of different markets. You know, the Caribbean market is explosive. You have the Rihannas and the Minaj and then you have like all these like great things that we all know. You know, we love the reggae, and I think it's one of those markets that can really blow up. And so I was very excited to join the film as a Venezuelan, American, German, something, because I understand the potential in the market. And I think that this market speaks in soul, in art and form, and it's just a matter of getting that right story, and once you get it out there, people are going to understand it.
Hi, good night, Tennille. I'm Rennette from Cali Village TV. Really good job on the film. Just tell me a little bit about your international aspirations in filmmaking.
Well, really and truly, I have wanted to be an actor since I was 7 years old. So I've been thinking about this process for a very long time, and to me it's all about communicating. And I would love to communicate ideas and good filmmaking to the rest of the world, and I think it's about that time for it to happen. Our film has the potential to go globally because there's so many people that can relate to such a true story, and it's inspired by a true story, which is part of the reason why I was inspired to write it as well. So I think it has a great potential to go do well internationally. In general, not only Caribbean diaspora, but regular international markets.
What words of inspiration would you give to anyone who's interested in doing what you do for a living?
I will always say trust your heart and follow your guts, and always do what you love to do, because you can always fall back on that. Doing what you love to do, you never get fed up of it, you never get impatient. You will always have that backing, that strong backing there behind you, giving you full support, and always trust yourself and rely on yourself. I mean, it's great to get support from other people, but sometimes that doesn't happen. I'm not saying that happened for me, but for you, if that happens for you, trust yourself and your guts.
Thank you so much, Tennille. Excellent work. Continue along the good work.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
All my life I strive to be someone like him. Independent, active, free. To know exactly what I wanted out of life. But he couldn't see it. When he took my freedom, I lost my faith in everything. You don't know what trust is.
You say so, you? Huh? Oh, you see all that shit you telling me is so cowards.
You're the coward.
Breaking news. A local girl has been kidnapped from a beach house in El Paso, Trinidad. Sources say that the girl is 20-year-old Joanna Solomon.
If I had kept her in line from the beginning, things would have turned out differently.
This is actually how we feel tonight. We are feeling a strong word. It's also attached to a movement called the Ride On movement, as in right on. And today's word is empowerment, because it's all about empowering ourselves and others to make a difference. So I'm writing it on you. Yeah, let me write it. I'm gonna put empowering, so that then it can have a ring on it.
Thank you so much.